There are 10 loot drops available, including bonus silver, bonus XP, bonus crew training. Of course, one of the loot drops is a coveted medal. Collect 5 medals and you get the premium tank. Pretty simple. 10 loot drops. One of the loot drops is a medal. To make things simple, I have set out a set of cards on screen. 10 of them, representing 10 loot drops. And I think this is appropriate because we're talking about luck, random numbers, etc, etc. We're not talking about gambling, we're just talking about luck and randomness and all that good stuff. Now these 10 cards represent the 10 loot drops, with the medal being the ace of spades. Now if I were to tell you we're playing a game where I would shuffle the cards, ask you to choose one, and if you chose the ace of spades you would win the game, you would fully understand that this game was based upon pure luck, and you picking the ace of spades would be completely random. Another important factor would be that it would be completely obvious to both yourself and myself that the chances of you winning the game would be 1 in 10 or 10%. Perhaps the first time it would take 5 to 6 shuffles, for you to choose the ace of spades. Perhaps the next time it would take 10 to 12 shuffles till you got the same result. But on an average, if you played the game over and over for hours upon hours, you would win on average most probably every 1 in 10 games, because you're trying to get the one card out of a total of 10 cards. Pretty simple. Your chances of winning are clear because I've told you there are only 10 cards to choose from, and you can see that there are only 10 cards to choose from, and therefore there is a complete understanding between us. It's just a simple random game. But what would you think if I told you, let's play the same game but without your knowledge? I decided to remove the ace of spades every other game. Now this would decrease your chances of winning to 1 in every 20 games without you even realizing it. Even though I presented you a game where there were 10 cards in total and I told you it was completely random, you would still be under the impression that there is a 1 in 10 chance, yet this has changed without you even knowing. Now what if I only placed the ace of spades in the deck once every 10 games, making your chances of winning 1 in 100? Instead of 1 in 10, it's actually 1 in 100, 1% instead of 10%. Would you still want to play that game? Now you're noticing something is fishy as you're playing these games with myself. You're 40 games in and you've yet to hit upon the ace of spades, because without you knowing, I've changed the dynamics of the game. I would say to you, what's the problem? Why don't you want to continue playing? It's just a game with random luck. And I would be correct using the term random, because random applies to 1 in 10, random implies to 1 in 100. It's random. It's just that you're under the impression you are playing a game where your chances of winning are 10% when actually they're 1%. The term random still applies to all again. But the thing is, you're a smart guy. You're 50 games in and still no ace of spades. You soon understand that actually the game has been stacked against you to lower your chances of winning. It's still a random game, it's still based on luck, but you soon realize there is no longer any decent chance of winning, because the game is set up against you, the game is stacked against you. Some people might even say the game is rigged against you, and you say, stuff this, I've got better things to do.